How does movement relate to cognitive function and longevity?
Yeah, that's always a curious one. And
Yeah.
part of it is just thinking about why do we have a brain in the first place? When you look at all the kind of organisms in the world, the ones that can move, like the ones that consciously do some kind of movement, have a brain and a nervous system of some kind, and the ones that stay still, like a plant,
hmm
doesn't have a nervous system. It has its own system that regulates it, but the nervous system, and then later the brain, and then I guess later consciousness on top of that,
hmm
or the system for governing movement. So when it
hmm
comes to cognitive function, when you see how toddlers learn and develop cognitive function, they do it through movement first. So, if you've got a
hmm
toddler and you're wondering why they don't shut up, it's because they haven't learned to internalize that monologue, so they need to do it out loud and hear it back. And then eventually they just learn to imagine what that would sound like. When they
mm
see a problem on the floor, they've got to physically go through it. And then once you get enough practice, then you just get the ability to imagine what it would look like if you did that. And then as we get older and older, we have this thing called cognitive function, which is just our ability to run all these scenarios through in our head without actually needing to go and do something physical. But when we
hmm
find that these things are slowing down, let's say if we're getting older, let's say they're disrupted, so maybe we get a concussion or an illness
mm
or just bad sleep one day, then
Yeah.
we might find that we need to regress some of these things down to the more base components, and you're always going to end up with movement as the most basic kind of form or most basic component of that.